Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Off the Board. Today's pin is off my architecture board. I'm not sure that it belongs there though. It is an acrylic mirror wall sticker, and it inspired me to do the mixed media that is on this layout, and you can kind of see it as it captures the light as it flashes right past the screen there. And I apologize that I don't have that on camera. I've been really struggling to make sure that I hit the record button. I've been checking it multiple times, and I don't know what is going on with me, but I do know that when I'm doing a layout every single day, which doesn't necessarily mean that I've done one every single day, it's just that I have one every day for you guys. I might have recorded 3 or 4 in a day, and I have actually run out of space on my camera to go ahead and record it. And I don't really recognize that until I look up to stop the recording and it's stopped itself. So that wasn't the case on this one, but one of the others where the ending of it didn't get recorded, that is what happened. So I'm trying to do better and trying to make sure I have lots of space available. So I have this cut file that I decided to use. I probably used the other half of it maybe 2 years ago. It's been sitting in my binder of cut files for quite some time, and I'm really happy to get it on the layout. And you can kind of see the mixed media there as my hands move past it. It catches the light in the from my overhead lighting, and those the stencil name, I will have to get that for you. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I am using paper glaze in white, and that's from Picket Fence Studio, and it's one of my favorite glazes to use. It is shiny and it goes on smooth like butter, and it dries relatively quickly, so I'm super happy with it. They actually now make I think they call it an extender, which you mix in with your paper glaze, which makes it so it's matte finish and not glossy. So if that's of interest to you, they do make that. I have not used it yet. I did purchase it, but I've not tried it. So something that I might be trying down the road. So these stars that I am using as a template, those were just printed on my printer, regular printer paper, and they were printed some time ago for another project that was a mixed media project. So I just kind of keep them in a folder that has like those kind of shapes as templates. And I don't have any large star dies. I have small star dies and I have small star punches, but I don't have large ones. So that's why I keep those. And originally I thought I would use that paper that's off to the right hand side, the blue paper with the polka dots, but I don't end up using it. I keep this layout all very neutral looking. The background paper is a little bit on the teal side. It's really hard to tell that on camera, but it does have kind of like a greenish tint to it. It's greenish teal color, but like I said, it's really hard to tell. So I stick with really neutral tones for all of the embellishing. I stick with grays and silvers, and I like how it looks. It's pretty much monochromatic. I do end up adding some, let's see here, some splatter at the end. And I do that in a teal color to kind of bring in a little bit more teal and highlight the color of that background paper just a little bit. And I know it's hard to read that color on this screen, so my apologies. I don't know what's with the lighting, but yeah, it's hard to tell that it has a hint of that color in it. So my original title was going to be Reading with Grandpa, but I did not like the word with in the middle there. And so I end up going for my tiny tile stickers. I did not find the right color in my little green bin there, but then I remembered I have a whole bin full of ones from Chamel, so that's what I end up going with. And then I am going to change the first word. Instead of reading, I am going with Storytime, and I think that just worked better. I liked the way that the letters looked better on the layout. So I'm using these silver with kind of a navy blue lettering from Shamel for the word with, and then I'm going to switch to the word Storytime. And there is a little bit of space that is trapped in between the words just because of the way that the top word and the bottom word are really long, and the middle word is very short. But I will add a sticker in there to kind of take up that space that's just kind of trapped in there. So I am going to nestle the word with in front of the Y from story, so it will be kind of nestled between the G, the ascender of the G, and the descender of the Y. And so I really like how that looks. And I don't know what thickers these are, but they work pretty well. I've had them in my stash for quite some time, and just happy to be getting a lot of the thickers used. I still have a huge thicker stash, even though I use my dyes a lot more now. I'm still trying to work through the thicker stash to get those on my pages and used up as much as possible. It doesn't mean I won't ever buy thickers again just because I'm using my dyes more, but trying to kind of pare down just a little bit because I have a ridiculous amount. Okay, so I pulled out my gray color bin and I start going through that, and I found that piece that says hello there, and then I found this bear, and that is actually from, I want to say that's from Little by Little from Shamel, but I can't swear to it. But he's super cute, so I thought, well, he should go on there because he kind of looks like he's from a story. I wanted to put that piece on there that said you and me, but it had an arrow and it was pointing the wrong direction, so it gets put back in the box relatively quickly. And then I have that gray camera and these little, they're not file tabs, but they are like little tab toppers. I am going to tuck a couple of those in just up above because it looks like it needs a little something up there. It doesn't need a ton, but it does need a little something. So I just kind of nestle them up in between the stars, and I like how that's looking. And I am mixing my grays, and that is something that I commonly do when I'm doing something that's monochromatic. I will mix a lot of the colors. As long as I get a lot of the colors in each of the embellishment areas, it looks great, at least in my opinion. So happy with the way that looks. This piece that I'm cutting that has the hearts, that's from L Studio. I believe it is probably an offcut. I'm not actually sure about that piece, but some of them are offcuts from the branding strips. So I'm not sure if the heart piece is, but I do know that there's one that has text on it that is definitely from the branding strip. So here's where I nestle in this sticker in between the two words, and it's not going to stay there. I'm going to switch it out for a different sticker that I like much better. So that one, it says documented, and it kind of makes it look like it says Storytime with documented grandpa. But not that he's undocumented or anything like that. I don't know. It just reads kind of funny. So I don't end up keeping that there. I end up moving it or removing it and swapping it out for a different sticker. And so I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming together. I am popping up several pieces onto the foam tape so that it does have plenty of dimension. And I didn't have to add any foam tape under the S and the G in the title, even though they are stuck on top of the cut file. The cut file is lifted up onto the foam tape, but those foam thickers have enough adhesive on them that I don't have to add any adhesive or any actual support or anything. They're stuck pretty good. So that little heart banner flag that I have in the upper left hand corner there that I'm gluing down had a really long piece on it above it, and so I just cut that off and brought it down to the bottom right hand corner, just duplicating that color in both of those areas. And then I've also got the darker gray already above the photo, so that works out really well. And make sure you go check out everyone else who is playing along with Off the Board today. We have so many people who have been playing all month long. I am trying to get everything, a layout for you every day, or something posted for you every day, even if it's not a layout. Crystal Barrett over at Pineapple Papers is also doing that. This is her series, and it is an awesome series where we just use our Pinterest boards as inspiration to create our projects. So we normally do it the last Wednesday of the month, but the month of July we are trying to do every day. So there's a list in my description box down below of everyone who is playing along either daily or weekly or just periodically. So you can go and check that out. Also, if you have questions or comments, don't be afraid to leave those down below. I am happy to respond. I do read every single comment. I really enjoy that. I also respond to all of the comments. I don't respond every single day, so it may be 3 or 4 days before you get a response, but I do read them and I do respond. So be sure to leave anything down there that you might have a question about, whether it's product related or process related or technique related. I'm happy to answer as best I can. Okay, so I have swapped out that little sticker that was in between Storytime and Grandpa, and I like it because the font on it matches the font on a couple of the other stickers in the same or in the other areas. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink everything all the way around the outside edge just so that it can have a little bit more gray border. And then I'm adding my sparkle there. That is some sparkle shimmer mist, sparkle spray, sparkle spray from Nuvo. And there's the finished layout. So I really am happy with the way that it turned out. I hope that you are enjoying this series. Again, leave any questions or comments down below, and I will be back again tomorrow with another layout for you. And again, hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks. Bye-bye.